Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're on question number 19 for our Cayley paper now. In the star shown, the sum of the four integers along each straight line is to be the same. The five numbers have been entered: 9, 3, 7, 11, 15. The five missing numbers are 19, 21, 23, 25, and 27. Which number is represented by Q? Okay. So interesting. How can we approach this? Well, we know the sum of the numbers on a line is the same. And one thing I can notice, each circle is on exactly two lines. So if I were to add up all the numbers along all the lines, I'm actually adding up every number twice, right? Okay. So we know what that sum should be. Now let's just quickly copy the star here. I'm going to leave off the circles. And it was P, Q, R, S, T. I think there was an 11 over here. I'm not entirely sure. No, 11 down at the bottom. Oh, there's no T. Why is there no T? They changed it to a U. Is that just a typo? 15. 11 goes down here. 7 was in the other position. Okay. So now this sum, let's call the sum T, because I guess they didn't use a T. So if we add up there's five lines. So if we add up all the lines, we get five copies of T. But we've added each number twice. So we've got 5T here, but that's going to be 2 times 3 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 15 plus what are our missing numbers? I think it was 19, 19, 21, 23, 25, and 27. Okay? If we grab our calculator, because I didn't use my calculator in the last question, and that turned out poorly. So we'll just grab our calculator here. We get a sum of 160, so 2 times 160 is 320. And if I divide both sides by 5, I get that T is 64. Okay, how does that help us? How does that help us work out what Q should be? Okay. Well, I know that the general sum needs to be 64. So I can work out the sum of these two numbers by saying 64 plus is these two numbers plus 3 plus 15. Okay? So 64 minus 18 is 46. So the sum of those two should be 46. Okay? We can actually get all the sums in here, and we can try and work out Q from there. So what else can we do? So 9 and 7 is 16, so this should be 48. 3 and 11, we should get a sum of 50. 5 and 7 is 22, so it should be 42. And this should be 44. Okay. So Q and R is our biggest sum. Now, can we see any of 19, 21, 23, 25, and 27 that add up to 50? Well, 25 plus any of the smaller ones is too small, so we're going to have to use 27, and that's got to go with 23. So either R is 27 or Q is 27, or one of them's 3. So Q is either 27 or 23. Now, can I use 27? Suppose it is 27. Can I use 27 with any of the other remaining numbers to make 48? We got 21. Okay. Can we use the 20? Because I got to make sure everything works. It can't just be you can't just use the fact that there's a coincidence that we get the right numbers. Because look, if I used 23 here, we could have paired it up with 25 and still gotten 48. So you got to make sure the full thing works. Otherwise, we don't actually know what the answer for Q is. Okay? So we'll try this out. We'll say 27, 21. I'm trying 27 just because Q belongs to bigger sums like 48 and 50, whereas 42 is sort of smaller. Okay? Can we make 42 with 23 and something? Yeah, 19 would work. And that sort of forces 25 to go here, does it? 21 plus 25 is 46. And 25 plus 19 is 44. Okay? Now, out of curiosity, let's just sort of remind ourselves that the other one wouldn't work. So if we did 23 and this was the 27, this one would have to be 25. 27 and which of these numbers can give me 42? Well, it'd have to be 15. There isn't a 15. Okay? You could still get a 21 here. It's just the 19 doesn't go here. It doesn't go here. We need a 15 here. Okay? It should be 19 if you work it out this way, but then it just doesn't fill in the last little bit. So we do have to be careful. We do have to make sure we've got the whole thing. Okay? But the key bit there was getting this 64, knowing what the actual sum is. Otherwise, you are just guessing, and then you have to add up the whole thing, and oh, it's quite a hassle. But the answer is Q is 27, and that's going to be D. We'll bubble in D, and we can move right along to question number 20. I'll see you for that next time.